Check it out. See if it comes up. You on? You on? You on using Can you see me? All right. Yeah. All right. Uh, Whatever you want. News is coming. News is coming. Here we go. Here we go, people. We got next. Get the bundle out. Hope you guys can join us. We're back. Have a little fun. I hope you can see me good. Put on the shade. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? You ready? All right. All right. Here we go. You like it, huh? Gotta do what we gotta do. All right, folks, welcome back. Okay, go. Well, we'll figure it out. Hey, guys, welcome back. Here we go. Another episode of We Got NeX. Thank you for joining us. And I'm here with my co-host, the new Legal. We're going to rock out for a little bit. Well, I know we're running a little late today, but it is what it is. It's called life. And plus, we have to have a little consideration because today we're being joined by none other than the man of the hour, my brother from Hawaii, my main brother, Sega4eva. And, you know, he was kind enough to make it out here with us, even though his time difference is about 6 hours or so. So, you know, we were trying to be a little bit considerate to him as well because of the hour differences. And it is a weekend, so it makes it easier for all of us. Welcome all of you that are joining us now live and that will come in as we're doing the show and who will join us later. Like I said, We Got NeX is about doing it on Mixer, where it's always going on and always has gamers at all time that can come in. It's the best venue you can possibly be on. And then obviously we have the advantage and we have the privilege that once we're done, we can basically upload it to our channels and you can go watch it there if you didn't have the ability to join us live, which is a win-win for I think everyone, us and the viewers. So guys, thank you for joining me. Lil Legal, what's going on, my brother? Mic check, mic check. If you think you can do whatever you need. Mm-hmm. Looking good. Thank you, thank you. Delicious, I hope. I hope we sound delicious. Oh, thank you. Too kind. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You gotta be doing something right. You, you gotta be doing something right. Something's being done right. I mean, I don't know. I guess so, right? Yeah. Tsunami. No Nigo. Let's go. Hey, Sega4eva, man. Nice to have you on. Introduce yourself. Say a little something for the viewers and for us here today. Entertain us since you've been in hiatus and it's been long overdue. And we need to have you back. And it's good to see that you made the time to come out. It really means a lot to me personally. I know to New Legal as well, and hopefully to the viewers and our fans as we go along. So, you know, how you been? How's everything? Nice, nice, nice. Ah, man, I'm glad. I appreciate you coming by. Oh, yeah, right. So listen, today's topic for all those who may have and may have not seen it when I tweeted it out. Basically, the topic today is what is the true relevance of the VGAs, the Video Game Awards? Are they really relevant, or are they just a sad story for the state of gaming as we know it, right? I guess what I'll do is I'll go into my thoughts first, and then I'll pass it on to you guys, and you guys let me know based off whatever I say or what you think, or if you agree with me. If you don't, it is what it is. But you know, I've been it's been something that's been on my mind constantly. It's been bothering me for a very long time, and I've been trying to tell people that the VGA awards. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a good thing that somebody like Jeff Keighley is trying to do, and a show for awards to give all these developers, right? These artists, these creators, a venue where they can get rewarded and recognized for their talent and for their ongoing support, uh, sacrifices, right? Because these games take years and years and years and years to make of what their body of work is and what they've done, and how far they've come along with the struggles, whether with funding, finding the right publishers, finding the right audience, making sure that the game does well if it costs them a lot of money so they can make some money back and have some type of, obviously success so they can continue to make more games in the future. Because we live in a time, unfortunately, that a lot of games just don't do as well as they used to. And unfortunately, that forces a lot of developers, right, to have to close down because they just don't have enough money to stay up and running. And a lot of the reason comes because when they make these games and they spend the time doing them, all their funds go to creating these games. So for me, I respect that at least that part and portion of it with Jeff Keighley trying to preserve, a history for these developers and these games every year and archive it. But my biggest problem is that Jeff Keighley, to give you guys an example, just the other day, tweeted out a suitcase with the PlayStation symbol, and he said, "Damn that PlayStation." And for me, being a root gamer, being here since the beginning, all these years of doing what I've done, playing games and helping it get to the point of where it is, that is now considered a respected medium, right? And not looked at as a joke anymore, right? Like I've said so many other times for those of you who follow me, it kind of bothers me because this should be hosted by someone that doesn't respect a set company, right? Jeff Keighley has been known, well known, and very vocal of being a very Sony centric type of person. He is that's his favorite company, basically. He is a big fanboy of PlayStation. Perhaps maybe because he grew up mainly with PlayStation. Maybe he just likes their style of games. Maybe it's because they might give him incentives. We don't know. We just can speculate because we don't work in the industry in the level that he does. But I do know that I support the industry with my hard-earned money. I don't get supported on my channel by anybody that buys me stuff and views me and gives me, for except a few of my friends around my circle. So I feel that if I'm supporting this industry, I have every right to say and feel a certain way about certain things that I see. And I just don't agree with a person that's so adamantly and openly Sony biased be the one that controls a venue like a video game award. And you're going to say, well, why is that? Why is that? Well, if you think about it, his audience, right, are going to be people that enjoy his work, that enjoy what he likes, and that have his same thought process or ideals as him, right? So if that's the case, obviously when they do these game nominations every year, they're going to be based off their own bias or their own way of thinking or what they feel is worthy of an award or a nomination, if you will. And I feel that a lot of times they just categorize things in the wrong area, and a lot of places where Xbox themselves have gotten slated, where they had Rocket League in the same sentence as Forza Horizon or Forza Motorsport, which you know it's not in the same league, nowhere near. And yet Rocket League won because of what? Popularity, or because it was the nice thing, popular thing at the time, not based off the reality that it should be based off, which is the quality of the games, what games delivers what as far as content and as far as creativity, as far as innovation in gameplay, and as far as that social impact of bringing gamers together from all around the world. Okay, a game has to have a full package to be considered a great game in that year. And these guys are nominating things that are like Fortnite, that is basically just, and not to knock Fortnite, of course, because I'm not saying the game is bad. It's just, it's concentrated mainly on just being an online game. That's really where it is. And it's very popular amongst kids, teenagers, older people, all types of ages, right? So, when it all comes down to is, how can us as real gamers that respect this industry, that say we love this culture, right? Because as you know in last week's episode, or in 2 weeks ago, excuse me, I was talking about how the importance of E3 has to live on, because if E3 dies, we're not going to have much venues of high quality caliber left for this culture, right? But with that being said as well, something like a Video Game Award is a very great welcome, but it has to be done the right way, by the right people. That there's people that like Sony, there's people that like Nintendo, and there's people that like Microsoft, right? And even PC for that matter, because you play games on PC as well, even though it's not a console. So, if you think something like Metacritic, right, or is relevant, it's almost the same thing like the awards. It really isn't, because you're getting the same insight and input from the same separate sites that singleize themselves, like Kotaku, like a PlayStation Europe, like a Game Report, like a Push Square and Press Start and Circle, that are very Sony centric, saying that an Xbox game sucks, but a game like Flower is a 9.5 and it's a masterpiece. These are the same people giving the Metacritic scores on Metacritic, right? So with the Game Awards, his audience are the same people with the same ideals and thoughts as himself, and these people are the ones that are voting for these nominations. So I think I've spoken enough. I think you guys get the idea and where I'm coming from. So I'm gonna get to our compadre and lovely guest, right? Because he's not really a guest. Everybody in here is family. They're part of We Got NeX. That's why it's called We Got NeX. Okay? And I'm gonna ask you, Sega4eva, my man, how do you feel about my thoughts? What do you think about what I've said to you? Has that even crossed your mind, or have you been on the same boat as what I've been saying so far? Have you ever thought about it as well? And how do you look at it? And how do you what do you think it would change this? Or go ahead, go ahead. Hmm. Right, right, right. That's right. Right, right, right. Classic. Hmm. Right. Right. Hmm. Hmm. Right. Right, right, right. 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 I mean, I think you put it very eloquently, but you're also putting it really nice, being nice, so to speak. So my boy, my host, New Legal. Oh, I have no idea. But you're the pretty boy of the bunch. You're the pretty boy of the bunch. That's so. Dorian, my brother, my host, right? It's good to hear from you again. Obviously, people don't understand how important this is to us because we get to get together at least once a week and and not only talk about games but see how we're doing because we're actually real friends in real life. For those who may not know, you heard what I had to say. You heard what I'm thinking and what I'm trying to get at and what I'm trying to allude to. What do you think, my brother? Do you agree with me? Does it bother you? Does it not bother you? Can you care any less? What do you think it does in long term, right? Or as far as the bigger picture to gaming, as as far as the the community, and as far as the future in gaming, because this is if this is what we have to rely on, right, for the future. These are the only type of shows that we're going to get from these type of people that blatantly tweet out when they get anything PlayStation, tweeting out every time they do a picture with Andrew House or anybody that works at Sony, like they want to make love to them, so to speak, and not trying to be, not to try to sound like I'm being an ass, but blatantly that's the way they look, or with Kojima's son, or whatever the case may be, right? Because it's okay to be a fan, like I said, but I don't think it's the right idea to have a fan of one brand taking control of a venue that's supposed to celebrate the entire game culture, right? Because I feel that they're going to be unfair and biased, and a lot of good games and good developers and creators out there are going to get shaded, right, or slated out, right, and miss out from winning what they rightfully deserve because of the bias, basically. Let me know, brother. What do you think? What do you think? Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. 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 Right. 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 They very rarely get praised. Right. Mm-hmm. No, it's expensive. Mm-hmm. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Right. Yep. Well, not to mention that the American market is the biggest market with Canada, and the UK. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Right, right. Right, right. Or for, but right. Yeah, well, they're showing that they're trying to be real serious about the division because people say they weren't, and that's basically what they're doing. You know, you know. Well, look, I know exactly where you're coming from as far as what it feels like, because it does kind of feel like it's trying to be kind of like what you see with the Kid Game Choice Award and things like that. Be, be, because of the fact, well, because of the fact that it's not, it's kind of done to appeal. Well, that's I exactly, but that's exactly my point. That's exactly my point. It's because of the people that it's viewing are people that follow Mr. Keeley, right? For example, and his ideals and his thoughts. So they'll basically follow something because it's popular, right? And because well, right, right, yeah, good point. Absolutely, absolutely. Absolutely good point. But here's the thing: he's only one of the few people that's been around for a long time that has the capabilities to make these shows and create them, right? So I agree with you, but at the same time, what I'm trying to say to you that I won't agree with you is that I think that because a lot of these games, like a Red Dead, for example, like a Forza Horizon 4, right? These games, no, no, no. What I'm getting, what I'm, no, no, no. What I'm getting at is this. This is what I'm getting at. Those games are great quality games that deserve recognition and deserve respect from the industry because these creators are really talented and are putting their heart and souls to give us good quality content and games, and they spend years and years away from their family and sacrificing to make these games, and then once they come out, we want to say, oh, it's not good enough or things of that nature, right? For example. And I think that a game show award is really necessary for the future of gaming because it's another outlet to celebrate the culture, right? But the problem is we as a for example, right? That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm trying to get at. See, the thing, what we need to do is what we need to do, right? Us, people like us, because we've been here for years and we've been doing this for a very long time. Is we need to vocalize to teach these people around us, right, that may or may not know, or that do know, to have our back, so we can vocalize and verbalize more frequently and often, right, about why Microsoft gets treated one way, or Nintendo gets treated another way, or Sony gets treated another way. Because once you put a person in the spot, especially a person that's in charge, they have to make sure that they appeal to the entire audience. So they're going to feel like, well, I can't just keep doing this because if I just keep celebrating one side, not the other, I'm going to lose people and people are not going to come and watch. No, no, well, they haven't been that successful. That's the thing. It needs to grow. So I guess what I'm trying to say is us as the game. Well, him, him, him. Right. But us. I'm saying us as the gamers that do celebrate. Let's say, like you said very well earlier, that we're the only ones that are really out here talking positive about Microsoft. It's very seldom where you see seldom it's very seldom where you see people talk positive about Xbox, that are already in a bigger position or that are big outlets like an IGN, right? So it's up to us to try to do what's right. So that in that same way that you said that, I'm saying that it's up to us as well to keep pushing on top of these people like a Keeley, right? Or like an IGN, and call them out on their bull, on their BS, right? So that they can feel the heat, right? And kind of feel the pressure and be like, well, damn, I can't call myself a gamer and that I love gaming if all I'm celebrating is just Sony. You see what I'm trying to say? So I feel that that's well. Hmm. Hmm. That's right. That's what I'm trying to say. But the nominations, but see, but it doesn't appear that way. It doesn't appear that way to the audience, like the casuals or whoever comes in and joins and views, because they have other games that they're showing. And this nomination, we have this game from all platforms. But what I'm saying is, the nominations are coming more from his core audience, and his core audience are people that think and feel like he do. So they only like one property. So what I'm trying. Go ahead. Well, he's putting his own money into it. Supposedly, that's what the word is. He hosts the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, you do know. know what's in that briefcase, right? You know what's in that briefcase, right? It's a pair of sneakers. It's a pair of sneakers that are. It's a pair of sneakers that's celebrating the original PlayStation One that Nike did. That's what's in that briefcase. So, so yeah, that is dope. But what I'm trying, but what I'm trying to say is how he always blatantly shows that that's all he cares about. And what I'm trying to say as us as fans, since we're the minority, right, in this case, because Xbox is not the popular console, right? It's not the one that people like, even though they're the ones that are doing the most for gaming to push it forward, to evolve it, right? We obviously, well, it's the most popular, right? But we, as the minority, right, as the minority fans, we have to keep putting the pressure on these dudes so that more guys on our side, right, don't be afraid and speak out and help us in this battle so that in the future these awards and these shows that get become more respectful and more serious and don't feel like a Nickelodeon show and feel more like a respectable video game award show that's respecting all developers and all creators. So that is what I'm trying to say as far as my next thought and question of the topic. I, forever for you, like, what do you think if that we can do as the minority, right? To try to make me push so that things will get better, and that we don't they don't get slated, and that we don't feel like the second thought for all these shows that are available right now. Do you agree with what I'm saying? Like, do you think we do gotta be more pushy on the big guys so that other guys can follow with us that are maybe might be afraid, or do you think it will make a difference, or what do you think? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. To see it. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right. But my point is that we got to figure out a way where they could actually respect the creators, the content creators, because this is their sweat and tears and that they pour into these things, and they show that they really care and that they're trying to do something good. You know what I mean? That's what bothers me. That's what bothers me, because you can't take a nomination and a vote from an audience that is biased seriously, but and then they stand there in the stage acting like hypocrites towards these developers, because only the ones that they feel are the best, like Kojima, for example. Like he did this whole big 30-minute, 15-minute, 20-minute, standing ovation for him and stuff. Or somebody like Miyamoto, God, may he rest in peace, when he was alive with Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's more creators and content influencers out there that deserve the spotlight because they really deserve the spotlight, not because it's a popularity thing or a bias thing. That's what I'm trying to say forever. Like, what can be done? Maybe, like, in your thoughts, what's an idea? Hmm. Oh, right, right, right. It's hard, right? It's hard. Yeah, I know, but you get used to it. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Well, he's hosted it in the Microsoft Center, which it's owned by other people as well, but still, I that's my point. We need to speak out. Hmm. Hmm. It was part of the whole vision of the vision. Yeah, the vision. Yeah. Instead of actually trying to learn it and embrace it. Hmm. 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 Go ahead, Fred. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Fred. Hmm. Right. That you. I don't know how much. I don't know how weirdo. How much weirdo, but yeah, I guess. Right, right, right. Well, well, Ramponcho is right, or I think I pronounced it wrong, but to Ram, right? They're always touting high quality cards and graphics and stuff, right, with the PC community. And then, like you said, they'll play something like Ultima or World of Warcraft, where it's not even graphically demanding. or doesn't look graphically demanding. You know what I mean? And that's the funny part. It just doesn't make any sense, right? Hmm. Well, here's the thing. He's. I'll tell you what though. Here's the thing. He's growing it because now there are people coming to premiere their stuff. So now, even if you don't want to see it, you kind of have to go see it as a gamer, right? Because he's going to show new games that are going to be shown for the first time, just like they do in E3, just like they do in Gamescom. So, you know, you can always watch it later. Yeah, you're right. I know, but I'm saying the itch, that itch. You get that itch, because you're like, damn, I know it's live. I know it's live, and I want to see it, and you want to see it, you want to support it. But like Dorian and Sega Forever said earlier, you want to see it, but in order for you to take it serious, the person that's hosting it has to be serious about it. And you know what I mean? And that's the problem. And that's why I was trying to say to you, Dorian. Well, he's probably too busy now. But here, go ahead. Right, right. Well, he talks about Sony stuff when Spider Man came out or when God of War. That's when he has. Oh yeah. Hmm. Yeah. He's showing you what he's about. Yeah, 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 yeah. Right, right. Oh yeah, yeah. He even talks with the community. Comes on podcasts. Yeah, yeah. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Right. He's a good businessman. For sure. Yeah. Hmm. He's a good businessman. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. Or not only that, you also but not only that too is that they have the time to sit down and just play games because they're making a living out of it. They're getting money out of it. You know what I mean? Real people in the real world, like yourself, right? Like me, like you got to work for a living. You got to try to maintain your family. You know what I mean? Hmm. Right, 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 right. Well, I mean, I'm kind of I'm kind of glad you said that because that could segue me into like my really what would be the last topic that I wanted to really talk about because you hit a point that I was trying to say earlier, and I've been saying for years now, and especially if you follow me, you'll know this about real gamers don't, they don't identify their themselves being real gamers by the the size of their gamer score. You see what I'm saying? Or their achievements. That's a bonus. It's nice that you can archive it now in this era because we didn't have that before, even though we did, because we came from the era of the high score, right? We were able to archive it. It just wasn't socially seen. It wasn't on online. At, attack. Yeah, you stupid. You stupid. Attacking. Where we could archive it and it's attached to our gamer score, our gamer tag, where when people would see our gamer tag, they'll see it. Even though that's an awesome thing that you can do it now, any gamer that comes from our era, that's a root gamer or the real gamer, doesn't really care about that. That's a bonus to us. You know what I mean? And so, which comes to tell me with which whoa, I have here, here's what I'm trying to say. Because my argument has been because this was the other part of the topic was, you know, is Metacritic really relevant as well? And my point of view, from my point of view, that I've been saying is no, because again, Metacritic gets their scores 90% or maybe 85% of them from the same outlets that have practiced hating on Xbox, for example, this generation, the entire time. You're getting your same scores for these games every time from the same places like Kotaku, like PlayStation Europe, like IGN's, like GameSpot, and things like that. Guys that have been blatantly honest and blatantly evidence that they don't like Xbox because they're fanboys of Nintendo or fanboys of Sony. And I said that's why Metacritic is basically a joke. It's not what it used to be with us whenever we read hold on, real quick, Dory, before I lose my train of thought. Like it was with us when we were reading magazines with real gaming journalists, real guys that were writing articles and playing these games to write these articles that cared about these games. Because now the way they do it is one person plays the game, the other person tells them what happened in the game, another person writes the article about the game. That's how they do it now. It's not the same person. So how can one person write about it just because of what you're telling them if they're not experiencing it on the controller? Because every game's experience comes from that controller, the feel of that game when you're playing it, how long it takes you to beat it, how it feels when you're playing, the physics and the mechanics of the game, puzzles, the gameplay, whatever the case may be. And you cannot feel that unless you actually experience it by playing the game yourself. So even if I tell you, Dorian, this game is like this game's like that, or Sega4eva, this game's like this game's like that, how am I going to write about it and then act like that's what it is and I can take that article seriously if you didn't play the game? You're just going based off my thoughts of what I told you. You see what I'm saying? Because every gamer's experience in a game is going to always be different. So my point is, I feel Metacritic is a joke, and it should be addressed, and people should call them out more often. So Sega4eva, do you? Oh, okay. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say. Doesn't I? It doesn't identify right. It doesn't identify the gamer. It just makes you know the achievements that the gamer been able to achieve. A visual aid, kind of like a visual proof. Right, 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 right. So, well, what I was trying to tell Sega was, Sega4eva is, this is argument that I have all the time. A real gamer doesn't judge his judgment of a game by Metacritic, especially in today's day and age, where Metacritic is blatantly being scored by these guys that don't like certain brands. Okay, not to name no names. Okay, because this is not to start arguments in drama. This is basically to try to speak on a subject that should be worrying and bothering other people that are considering themselves real gamers. Because if we're going to an outlet to read, right, on something to get an idea of what the game has to offer, it should be done by people that are actual gamers and take things seriously and not just care about one side. It's the same dilemma with the Game Award. They're going to get nominated and nominate games. Not saying that the games that are nominated are bad, no, but other games that are good and deserve just as much recognition and are just as worthy are just going to be put to the side and unfairly judged because of the fact that there's bias. There's just too much bias in the state of gaming right now. And it has to stop in order for things to get better in general, for gaming as a whole. Forever, what do you think? Yeah, yeah, that's true. Right, exactly. That's my point. Right, 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 right. It's like it's so divisive. Hmm. Hmm. Right, right. The potential. Yes, the future of the brand. Well, we have to be vocal too, because oh yeah, I heard. Nice. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. That's owned by a right, right, right. It's big for them. Yeah. Right, 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 right. And the thing is, but the thing is, you can't critique something for somebody else because everybody's experience is different. That's what makes it even more comical. It makes it even more comical. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like they call us fanboys and corporate slaves, but we're the ones rooting for the side that's being hated on. So how am I a fanboy? Like what? Yeah, that logic just doesn't make no sense. Like, mm-hmm, mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Right, right. Take some of that money, guys. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, we're not trying to say that we're not trying to say that esports. Yeah, I'm not trying to say that we're not trying to say that esports is like an actual sport of an athlete that dedicates almost his entire life to become a professional at a sport. No, that's not what we're saying. We're just we're talking about we're talking about the competition aspect of it. It's very competitive. That's what we're talking about. But right, right. Well, the crowds are grown because people like it. It's entertaining. Yeah, yeah. Right. Yeah. It's right. It was like well, it's like when we used to break dance and compete break dancing in the streets back in the day. Hmm. But the difference is we're doing it with controllers. You know, that's the difference. You know what I mean? Um, and I mean, yeah, yeah. Well, it's a culture. You have to be there from day one to understand it. If you weren't there from day one, you don't understand it. You wouldn't understand it, and that's why we. Go ahead, forever. No, no, go ahead, go ahead. Hmm. Oh Jesus, there we go. Terrible, terrible. Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. You can play with the pen. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, shit, we used to use the hell out of those buttons to take a spoon and be like, and try to make sure we could be, yeah, that spoon trick. Old school, old school. But see, look, you're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, well, it is what it is. You know, you can't make those things. You can't make up being a root gamer. I've said this plenty of times. You know I have. You can't. You can't. See, like for example, we're playing Knights of the Round, right, on the Capcom Beat 'em Up collection. Well, it's an arcade classic that was really wasn't available in consoles until years later, maybe on certain set places. But most gamers now, this generation, right, they'll see a game like this, and they'll be like, "Oh, that shit is whack. I ain't playing that." You know what I mean? Oh, you didn't use no spoon? Ah, yeah, rap. He said I didn't use no spoon. Well, I would use a spoon once my fingertips got too tired. I would use my fingers. Yeah, I would use my fingers as well. Right, right. Well, like I said, you know, A gamer appreciates all types of games in every genre. You don't look at the graphics and be like, oh, because it looks like this, oh, it's corny, it's no good. You go play the game. You know what I mean? We could enjoy this and enjoy something like Assassin's Creed, Odyssey, for what it is. Because we know it's a new game, and this is the games that we got now. So we appreciate it for what they are now, and then the old games we appreciate for what they were then and what it did for gaming. This game right here, back in the day, was a console seller, like Sega4eva so eloquently puts it. Games like this would sold consoles back in the day. You see what I'm saying? Because this is all we had. You know. So I think you know. So it's just. Oh, you mean like graphically? Yeah, 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 yeah. The fun factor. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's the frame rate is there. It's just we're playing online. There's laggy. But the thing is, what Forever's saying is, if they did like they did with, like, let's say something like they did with Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, they actually revamped it, used or Raging Justice. Yeah, Raging Justice. Like they put brand new graphics, resolution, more details, and just keep the elements of the gameplay to the roots and just make it smoother based off the controllers now, and it'll still be a good game. He's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. And Ram, you're right. Our imagination was we knew and we were taught how to learn how to use our imagination, and that's why we appreciated all the things we are, and that's why a lot of the content creators that are out now that are creating these games are from our generation. That's why they're doing the stuff they're doing because we had an imagination. Now think about what the generation in that's growing up now in gaming, what are they going to look forward to? Because they don't like to use their imagination. Their extent of their imagination is limited to I like Fortnite and that's it. And again, not to say or somebody else says or their opinion on something and not their own personal gaming experience. Like I said, not to hate. Yeah, what's up? Well, what I'm trying to say is, real quick, Sega Pharaoh, I'm sorry. What I'm trying to say is, not that I'm not trying to say that Fortnite's a bad game. I'm not saying that because I know there are going to be a lot of dummies and a lot of slowpokes that are going to watch the show and they'll be like, "Oh, look at this hater. He can't. He don't like Fortnite." No, no, no. They're going to say he don't like Fortnite because he can't play because he sucks. Listen, I don't like Fortnite because it's not my cup of tea. Okay, but if you want to challenge me, we could always play Ninja Gaiden in the hardest mode, live on Mixer, and see who can beat it first. If you think I don't know how to game, you see what I'm trying to say? That's what I would say. You see, but that to put it into perspective. But what I am trying to say is that there's more to this gaming thing than just something like Fortnite or something like let's say Call of Duty, right? Not to throw any shades at a particular game. I'm talking about this as a gamer. You know what I mean? And that's what I say that differentiates us because we are brave enough to stick by our guns and believe in what we like and say, hey, listen, I don't care if you think that Microsoft sucks, for example, right? Or as an example, I appreciate what they're doing. I see what they're doing, and I think they're bringing gaming forward and they're evolving it, and that's all there is to it. I don't care about what you think. I care about what Chris Heba thinks with his own personal experience. You see what I'm saying? And that's the point of us that differentiates a real gamer from a casual. So guys, to like come to a conclusion and to get close to the ending of the show because I think we hit the topics enough. Um, you know, what do you guys feel about? And I'll go to you first, forever. Yeah, 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 yeah. Appreciate that. That's my. Well, we're trying. We're trying. We're trying. Sh- Big shout out, say. Big shout outs to him. He's my friend. He's my son Darius' friend, Macarelli. Yeah, so big shout outs to him. So what I was trying to say is, so Sega forever. You know, what do you feel about it? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, and we're playing this on like a medium mode right now. We're not even playing it on hard. And look at this dude. So forever, you get where I'm coming from. Like that, I say that how we corporate slaves, if we stand by what we believe in and what we care about, no matter what anybody says, you know. What are your thoughts on that? When people say that kind of foolish stuff to you, uh, 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 you're soaking it in. Final stage clear. Yes, we're soaking it in. Uh, uh, that's funny. Yeah, I was beefed up. No, 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 no. Mr. Sega Forever was level 11. So yeah, go ahead, Forever. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry. Well, yeah, yeah, I get you. I get. No, I was saying that. How do you feel about that when they tell you that? Because I said that that's foolish because they call us the corporate slaves, but yet we're the only ones brave enough to stand by our ideals and our beliefs based off our experiences that we believe in and what we see is moving gaming forward. So how do you feel when people say that to you, and you hear they try to say that to you? Oh, you're just another expat, a corporate slave. This, you that. What do you say about that in your thoughts? How do you feel about that? Right. Lens a lot, first of all. Right. Yeah. Right. Right. Well put. Hmm. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right. Ha! He's stupid. He said. Ramp said, "Hey, figure forever." Ramp said, "Three wise men in the house. Christmas must be close." Ramp, big shout outs to you, man. That's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Go ahead, forever. Right. Right. Well, the setup. Right, right. Stop it. I call all Xbox guys Xbotians. That's what I call you guys. So, well, we stuck by it. Plus, right, right, right. Yeah, that's our label. As a matter of fact, you're right. Look at that Dark Siders back there in 4K. Look at that Dark Siders in 4K behind me. Mhm. Yeah, but they got but that's one big lesson to be learned too. If they haven't learned by now, they're not going to shut us up because we're going to keep teaching and going forward. So we're not going to go anywhere. That's the whole point of it. And we're going to stick by our guns because we're mature enough and we're real gamers in the essence of what we do to know that nobody tells us you this or this is that way with our own without our own thoughts and of our own experiences. Again, like I said, because we play the games, we'll play them. We're not just gonna be like, oh, that's garbage because it looks like that or because it's on a Microsoft platform. Because on top of us being Xbox fans, we still play on a PlayStation if we want to, or on a Nintendo if we choose to. I know I do, but I do it to educate myself on the other side. So if somebody tries to tell me, yeah, this is this way, this is that way, and I know it's not, you can't give me the BS. You see what I'm saying? You can't give me that BS. You can't. Thanks a lot, Rem, for that, for the follow. You can't give me the BS. You know what I mean? I know what type of water tastes like over there on that side from my own experience. Because you're not gonna tell me this is purple when it's actually blue. You know what I mean? It doesn't work that way. Ah, you're doing yourself a service. You're doing yourself a service because you got no headaches. Yeah. Right. Uh oh, when he was talking about what, like when he got on Xbox Live, he's talking about like the experience on Xbox Live compared to PlayStation. No swearing. Yeah. Oh, okay. Right. Well, they're just. It's just they're very. Well, that's Sega. They gave it to them. That's a handout. That's a handout. That's a handout. Yeah. Oh, everything in general, right? Plus remember, another thing is, Tori, not to cut you off or cut into what you're saying. I just want to add to what you're saying. Microsoft didn't have the freedom in the gaming division financially, because the guy that was in charge was concentrating mainly on like the tablets and their computers and their operating system. Once they saw the growth and people like Satya saw it, that they gave Phil that new position, and Phil was able to turn everything around so quickly and prove, listen, you know, this gaming thing is serious. People care about this. They're invested in this. And he saw those numbers, everything changed. Yeah, I like Fist of North Star. I have it, but the problem is it's a Sega game that they kept over there because the same people did Yakuza. It's a Japanese handout, is what I call. A game that deserves to be on all platforms. I send you an invite, Sega forever. So uh, oh no worries, no worries. So it's too expensive. So yeah. So guys, look, like I said, Dorian, I know I don't even want to ask you about your thoughts about how you feel when somebody says that we're corporate slaves, because I think I know where you stand. But if you want to say it real quick, you can. You're more than welcome. You let me know. Uh, that's right. Yeah, this is the spot. Well said. This is what makes it special. This is what makes it special, and this is what it should be about. Done deal. No, it's answer buts. Get on that end. So guys, look, I think it's been really great. That we were. Let's pause here real quick. I think it's been really great that we've been able to touch on the topics and talk about what's coming up next week. Remember, the Game Awards is next Thursday, I believe. I don't know what time, but I don't know. You guys, when you see it, and you judge for yourselves after you see it, whether you see it live or later on. If we were really trying, if what we were saying was wrong, if there really isn't a certain type of favoritism, if you will, when it comes to those type of things, and why we gamers like us really, that are really serious and been doing this for such a long time, really don't look at it, and take it seriously the way that maybe some others or casuals do, because it's kind of a slap in the face to the community, gaming itself, the culture, and obviously developers, even and the creators. In my opinion, and I think a lot of you may feel the same. So my final thoughts is basically, just if you can't keep your own thoughts from yourself based on your own experiences and how you feel inside and what makes you happy, and you're afraid about what other people say, or if you're afraid about if you're in the popular or in the in the majority instead of the minority, then I got news flash for you guys, whoever may be watching or whoever watches later. You're in the wrong hobby. You need to keep moving and forget about gaming, because that's not what it's about, man. It really isn't. It's about having a lot of diversity, and gaming, that's what makes it unique. It's very diverse. It's a very open space where many. Oh yeah, yeah, very diverse, very open space where many different cultures, people, beliefs, and different types of gamers come together. Oh yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you guys continue to support the game show. Our show. We got next my show that I wanted to create for a very long time, being pushed by Gloria, of course, and he's my co-host, and that's why I said whoever comes here with us on a weekly uh, is basically part of the show as well, because we're family over here. So, Sega Forever, please tell people where they can find you, because I know you did some changes to your channel. It's good to see you that you're coming back little but surely. Let them know where they can find you. No, that's okay. Okay. Right. Yes. Right. 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 Plus, we critique them. We try to critique them in an adult way, not in an ignorant way. Right. Right. We want. That's right, Ram. Right. Right. That's right. Where you're happy. $10. That's right. Well, it's the only place that you can change your name safely. Oh my God, bars. Oh, low blow. Oh, shots fired. Shots fired. No, just being funny. Just trying to be funny. It's actually sad. I feel bad that that community can't do that, even though they love their brand so much. You know what I mean? That's the thing I'm talking about. You know? No, you could do it, but it's at your own risk. It comes with a lot of risk. With a lot of risk. Yeah. Shut up. Stop it. Right. Yeah. And it's for the better. Things will be better. Ah, stop. Shots fired. Stop it. So, legal. Listen, my brother, my co-host, mi hermano. Where can they find you? Just let people know. Uh oh. Yeah. Right. Peace. That's good said. Well said. Well, guys, for me, first and foremost, thank you to Rem for joining us and anybody else who joined us that I might not have been able to see on the comment section. And for all those who come later and watch, without you guys, obviously the show won't be a hit. And so all your feedback, all your comments are well received and very much appreciated because it shows that you're giving us that love and support. We, I said it from the beginning, and I'll say it again for those who may not tuned in to the very first two episodes, and this may be your first. The point and goal of our show, right, of my show that I wanted to create with Dorian and with all those who join us, is to talk positive Xbox at all times. Positive. Yes, we will critique something that needs to be critiqued, but it will be done in a fashion to better the brand, like Sega4eva so eloquently put it. To better the brand, not to add fuel to the fire, right? And if you know, we want adult gamers with positive that with a positive outlook and thought that actually care about gaming to feel and enjoy the same way that we do with the shows that we do and the subjects that we're going to try to talk about in the future. So for you guys, thank you very much, and for my gentlemen that join me, Dorian and Sega4eva, you guys are more than just friends. You're my brothers. You know you guys mean the world to me, just like many other, like Master Chief and E-Rock and Ghost Rider and many others out there. They know who they are, and I hope, Sega Man, big shout outs to all of you, all those guys out there in the community. And hopefully I'll have each and every one of them join us at one episode or another. Ricardo Vasquez, Ali Mosley, big shout outs to him for doing our banner. That's right, Mr. 100. Obviously, Mr. Ali Mosley for doing our banner. You know, big shout outs to the graphic. Big shout outs to Graphic God for doing my wonderful avatar pic that you guys see. It's wonderful. Go check him out. Go check out the redbubble.com because I have merch there uh, provided by the wonderful, himself, talented, graphic god. Uh, you can buy if you like and let me know on a tweet or send me a message, show me a pic if you like. If you like what Heba does, it greatly appreciated. It's not to make money. It's more for exposure, so people get to know who I am and what I try to bring to the gaming community in a positive way. So, guys, until next week, hopefully. Oh yeah, that's right. To group, big Adrian Federic, aka big shout outs to him as well. He does nothing but good things for all of us, and he knows who he is. They know who they are because he doesn't. He doesn't. They've done it. Yeah, he's done it behind closed doors, but they've done a lot to support us and get us to this point here, right? So, guys, again, thanks again. You can find me. Hey, no, thank you. You can find me on YouTube at Hebot, Twitter. You can find me in the DX Mansion, Intro Media Gaming. You can find me at the Micropod of X podcast when we come back soon, hopefully. And we are Drew. Yeah, you can find me at Direct X, and you can find me at Let's Talk About It with Ghost Rider when he does his show as well. So guys, and now obviously here at We Got NeX. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you very much. Sorry for sounding like a broken record. Love each and every one of you. Stay tuned for the next exciting episode. Peace out, guys. It's been fun. See you soon. Later, guys. Love you.